Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review on this dog brick by Nina Ottoson. This is a puzzle toy, and let's just get into this. Make sure that you stick around to the end because I'm going to be talking about the cons and you will definitely want to hear them. Alright, so first off, this is intermediate difficulty. This is basically a step up from level 1. This can be made easier by removing certain parts of the puzzle. I'll talk about that in the pros. This has 20 compartments. It has that one right there, this one right there, and then the one under that lid right there. And it's also, in all of those compartments, it can hold 1.5 cups of food. Alright, so let's get into the pros now. So the first pro is that this offers great mental exercise for your dog. They will, have to figure out how to get the treats under these things and move those. And they'll be learning problem solving skills at the same time. So some of those will be, learning how to flip this, right? And pick this up and then slide that compartment. And then learning how to do that in the right step, pick this one up and pull that one out so they can get the food that's under this compartment. So because that will be exercising their brain, they will be less likely to engage in destructive activity out in your home and stuff, and like barking and all that stuff. So this is a good way to go if you want to get your dog some more mental stimulation so they're not as likely to behave badly. The difficulty of this puzzle can be changed slightly. So let's say you're starting out with your dog and you take that lid off and that one out, and you just want them to learn how to do the sliding of this, the sliding part of this puzzle. You can do that, and you can do it with all of those. Pull the caps off and put the bones away, and that will help you teach your dog. You can also just leave the bones out, so they're learning how to slide that and flip that. So there is some amount of changing of the puzzle to make it easier or harder for your dog. This is as hard as it gets right now. You can also freeze some food in here. I have not done that. I don't know how that would work in this toy though. All right, and if you have a dog that tends to eat super fast, this can be used to slow them down. Like I said, this holds 1.5 cups of food, and so that's a pretty good amount. And also, I would say this might be a step up from putting it in a snuffle mat because they actually have to move the stuff in the right order and all of that. And this is also pretty easy to store. It is not that thick. We just store it under our microwave cart in its box, so that's been really easy. It's not a huge toy. And last but not least, this is really pretty easy to find online. You can find it on PetSmart, Amazon, or Chewy. And when I did some looking at it, it seems to range anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks for this puzzle. All right, now let's get on to the great ugly cons. So if you have a dog that does a lot of chewing, that is a destructive dog, this might not be right for your dog, especially if they tend to chew things up and eat them. Because these caps come off so easily, and because these bones are meant to be removed and are obviously loose from the puzzle, your dog could end up chewing these up, destroying them, and then ingesting the plastic pieces. And we don't want that. So if your dog does tend to do that, that would be a con of the toy that you definitely want to take into consideration before you buy this. So maybe not for a puppy, but also just judge what's good for your dog. This is not dishwasher safe, so you will have to wash this by hand. Generally, I just use some warm water and some soap and then rinse it out really good. This is slightly annoying to clean, just slightly. Sometimes food will get stuck under this compartment here and just kind of get it has trouble getting out of there. And then if you flip it upside down, you see these cracks here. Sometimes food can just get stuck in there. So I mean, it's not awful, but do keep in mind that you cannot just throw it in the dishwasher. And like I said before with the pieces, this might not be for a big dog, say a boxer or a German Shepherd, who might end up being able to ingest these pieces. Obviously, that's very dog specific for how destructive or how chewy your dog is. But basically, those are the cons, those are the pros, and those are the features of this puzzle toy. I would honestly recommend this for a lot of people to get for their dog. Because I just feel like it's a good puzzle toy. It seems to be decent quality, and this has been through my previous dog, and now my current dog, Retro, is using it. I have a good opinion of this toy. Anyway, that is my review of this dog brick by Nina Ottosson. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that it was useful for you guys in determining whether or not you wanted to buy this toy. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.